The impact of colonialism on modern nations. 1. Economic exploitation. Colonialism often involved the extraction of resources and exploitation of local economies for the benefit of the colonial powers. This led to long-term economic challenges for many modern nations, including dependency on former colonial powers and disruption of local industries. 2. Political boundaries. Colonial powers frequently drew arbitrary political boundaries that ignored ethnic, cultural, and historical contexts. These borders often led to ongoing conflicts and political instability in post-colonial nations, as diverse groups were forced into unified states. 3. Social structures and inequality. Colonial rule often reinforced social hierarchies and created deep divisions between colonizers and the local population. These entrenched inequalities have persisted in many modern societies, affecting access to resources, education, and opportunities. 4. Cultural impact. Colonialism led to significant cultural changes, including the spread of European languages, religions, and customs. While some cultural exchange was beneficial, it often resulted in the erosion of indigenous cultures and traditions. 5. Education and knowledge systems. Colonial powers established educational systems that were often designed to serve colonial interests. This sometimes led to the neglect or suppression of local knowledge systems and education in favor of Western-centric curricula. 6. Infrastructure development. Colonial rule sometimes led to the development of infrastructure, such as railways and ports, primarily to facilitate resource extraction. While this infrastructure can be seen as a legacy of colonialism, it often served the interests of the colonizers rather than local populations. 7. Health and social services. The introduction of Western medicine and public health initiatives during colonial times had mixed effects. While it improved health outcomes in some areas, the focus on colonial interests sometimes neglected traditional health practices and created dependency on Western medical systems. 8. Political legacies. Colonial powers often left behind political systems and institutions that were poorly adapted to local contexts. Many modern nations grapple with governance structures and legal systems that reflect colonial origins rather than indigenous practices. 9. National identity and resistance. Colonialism spurred resistance movements and the struggle for independence, which played a significant role in shaping national identities. The legacy of these struggles continues to influence contemporary political and social movements. 10. Ongoing global relationships. Former colonial powers and their former colonies often maintain complex relationships, including economic aid, trade, and diplomatic ties. The impact of colonialism is reflected in these relationships, influencing contemporary international dynamics. Understanding the impact of colonialism involves examining its lasting effects on economic structures, political boundaries, social hierarchies, and cultural identities. The legacies of colonialism continue to shape modern nations and their global interactions.